Bonjour! I want to move to Paris, France. Currently, I live in Louisiana. And this is actually my beautiful property today. And you can see it's full of trees. And look at the blue sky. Yes, this little private 1 acre wooded property is pretty. So why would I want to leave all this peace and quiet? It's because this is the tiniest town with nothing in it. Why am I here? I moved here for a man. I used to live in Baton Rouge, but I was born in California. I've lived in Dallas. I've lived in North Carolina, Florida, Atlanta, Georgia, because I moved with my family when I was young, and then I moved with my husband. So, but now I find myself alone, and when you reach 65 or earlier, you think really hard how much time you have left, okay? This is very important because when you're young, you like, oh, I've got all the time in the world. Hopefully, and hopefully, I have a little bit more time left, but you just never know. So, do I want to stay here alone in the woods by myself, or do I want to move and travel and see all this beautiful world? Because this is the thing. A lot of time on here, I'll say, oh, I'm moving to Paris, France. And a lot of people will give me a backhanded comment and say, bye. It's not that, I've lived in the U.S. for 65 freaking years. I can travel if I want to. And I'm older. I don't need a job. I have my own business. I have a retirement income. So it's not like, oh, frick USA. Although, yes, we have a lot of problems right now. A lot. Drones, healthcare, education, crime. I mean, yes, and other big cities have that also. But European cities are walkable, they have fresh food. I want to see all the gorgeous sights. Yeah, there's some pretty sights in the United States. There's no doubt about that. But Europe is gorgeous to me. I'm an artist and I like visual. There's nothing visual here except my little acre. When I'm home, I'm wonderful, like it's a beautiful little acre. But sometimes when you are alone all the time, this little place gets pretty boring. Probably if I was married or if I was younger and I had a lot of kids, it'd be great. But I need interaction. In this little town, there's no interaction. People just don't want to be friends. Or you call them, you never hear from them again. They'll be so friendly. Oh yeah, I'll call you. You never hear from them. So I need interactions. I want to meet people of different cultures. I want to paint my way through Europe. And although I keep saying I want to move to Paris, France, because definitely want to go to Paris. But eventually being retired and not working at all at some point, do I want to be in the south of France where it's a little bit more laid back? Because I don't need the cultural hub of Paris, but I definitely want to be there for several months. And I might end up in Paris permanently. But I also want to check out southern France and all the beautiful places in France because I don't want to miss anything, okay? And while I'm in France, it's so easy to get to Italy and Greece, Cyprus even. I mean, it's very easy to travel around. So at this point, do I want to stay here alone, twiddling my thumbs, just painting and being by myself all the time? Or do I want to have interactions? Do I want to see beautiful things in the world before I'm not here anymore? Yeah, the answer is I want to go. So this is the reason I want to leave. So please do not put a comment, bye, see you later, good luck, to be mean. If you want to live in a little tiny town, in a trailer, that's more prerogative to you. As one guy keeps saying, move to Indiana, buy a trailer. Who in the hell? Why would I want to move to Indiana and live in a trailer when I could live in Europe? Why? Does anybody have a good answer for that? I just like, yeah, there's no comparison whatsoever. And I love that you can bike. There's no biking here in the U.S. except like on a trail or something, but just like around town, we have no walkable cities. Now, I live outside of New Orleans. So if you're in New Orleans, it has a lot of French culture. And it's very walkable in the quarter, but it's very dangerous. I mean, Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt lived here, and they left because of the high crime rate. And we're not talking about just pickpockets. We're talking about murders, stabbings. I mean, serious crimes, guys. It's extremely crime-ridden. But no doubt, New Orleans is a beautiful French-inspired city. But no, I have to go. And that's the reason that I don't know positively that I'm going to end up in Paris. But if you have any suggestions about where I should end up in France, please leave in the comments. I'm half French.